Simone Biles. Woman reigns the WWE.
I think I'd like to have Thanksgiving dinner with St. Philip Neri, the patron saint of joy and my confirmation saint.
Yeah, I think it'd actually be Leonardo da Vinci, because he had such an amazing mind. I'd love to know how his mind worked. The things he came up with, so many, just centuries ahead of everyone else.
Patrick Swayze.
I would choose Will Ferrell because he's absolutely hilarious and I would like to sit with him and eat.
That's a good one.
Yeah, right?
I would say Michelle Obama.
John F. Kennedy.
Ricky Carmichael.
Maya Angelou.
Gandhi. He looks hungry.
Reba McEntire.
Wait, true.
Abraham Lincoln.
I'm gonna pick Keith Urban.
Well, my first thought when I was reading that was I thought it had to be somebody who was, famous and dead.
Okay.
So for some reason, the first thing that came to my head was John F. Kennedy Jr., John, to us people. We were the same age, and he was, so good looking.
John Mulaney.
Probably FDR. Jesus Christ.
I would choose Pocahontas, so I can find out what really went on around that time.
Ruth Bader Ginsburg. And just say thanks.
Terry Crews.
Joan of Arc.
Jimmy Hoffa.
Sokoto. Wait. Sorry, Sacagawea.
Steve Irwin. Andre the Giant, I guess. I don't know. It's fun.
I would thank Coach Zach Haney, one of the great many people who encouraged me to be myself and trusted me a lot. Just really thankful for him.
That would have to probably be Dad, my father's, because he obviously lost him too soon, but in the time we did get to spend together, he taught me about a lot of things, so I appreciate it.
My mom.
I would say my grandmother, Yaya, because she's taught me a lot.
I would say my mom and dad because they have both taught me a lot about being a good person and hard work and being caring and loving and being a good mother.
My father.
I would say Poppy for, teaching me a lot of things throughout my life that have helped me.
Jen.
This might surprise you, but it's Kim.
What?
I didn't know you were there. Yes.
My dad.
Grandpa Dipper.
My coach for volleyball, Coach Cass.
My twin sister.
Well, I'm gonna cheat and do two. So I'm gonna do one alive, my Nana, and one no longer alive, Alexandra.
Obviously everyone's gonna say parents, and I can't say one parent over the other, and I had more time with my mother because my father died when I was only 25. But I think I got a little bit from both because my father was very, I wouldn't say OCD-ish, but everything had to be in its place, and I'm a little bit that way. And my mother was very, it was a little Irish guilt trip, and I'm very good at that too.
Leigh Bardugo. She wrote a book series, so that's really important to me.
Robert Wright, my father, and Charles Brennan, my mother's father.
Probably my family. Can't pick one. My dad, my family.
Leanne.
How about two living? I would thank Dave for 3 wonderful children. And Dad, I would thank my mother for being a wonderful role model.
My parents.
Mother.
Probably my Spanish professor, Dr. Deckman, who has been really helpful in the process of my honors thesis and given me a lot of really cool opportunities with that research.
Jesus.
Whoever created golf.
One person, living or dead, for his or her influence on your life, who would you thank?
Living person.
You really look stupid in this video.
Oh, sorry. My parents.
That if you go to a boardwalk, don't try to high five a Batman because then he'll try to hug you and it's scary. Every single rival is a Cameron.
Be yourself. You're always going to be your most comfortable when you're being yourself and you're surrounded by people who encourage you to be yourself. So just do it.
it's less of a lesson and more of a reminder, but that it's the little things in life that count, and you really need to, kind of appreciate them as you experience them.
I've learned this year, it has to do with COVID, that how lucky we are that none of us got COVID and that we are all here together. That is more precious than anything else that could have happened.
My most valuable lesson this year was to not cook a turkey for 2 hours, take it out for 2 hours, put it back in for 2 hours, and then cook some in the microwave because it will give you food poisoning. Thank you, Bill.
I would say that it's okay to take risks because I left a job that I was very comfortable in to try a new job, and I absolutely love it.
Learn to say no when people call you and ask you to do ridiculous things.
That motocross riding might not be the best for almost 50-year-old dudes, but I'm gonna keep going, keeping at it.
It's okay to be yourself even when people want you to change.
I've really realized that you have to make the best out of the situation that you're given. Some people sat around and were super sad because, we can't hang out together or do this or do that. But you got to think about the positives that you can do, the importance of just being together.
This is probably an 18-month lesson, but it's that no matter how bad life you think it is, it can get worse and you can push through. So any challenge that you got to face, you're going to overcome.
That everybody else's shortcomings are not my problem and I don't need to deal with them.
That nothing's perfect.
In geometry, don't assume that a shape is a shape without proving it first.
That the things that you think you want or need, you don't really. And to just be grateful for what you have.
This year, it has to be that I prefer smaller crowds. When I think about before COVID and we had so many people around, and I think I get stressed out. I prefer a smaller, less noisy crowd. Not that it's necessarily a good thing, a good quality to have, but that's what I prefer.
Being an advocate for yourself should not be something that you feel guilty about, especially when someone tries to not give you the kids menu.
To add structure to your life, because if it's just quarantine, then it gets out of control and you gotta have a schedule and all that jazz.
I guess it would have to be that vaccines work and it's helping us to hopefully move out of this pandemic.
That everything happens for a reason, and whatever is supposed to happen will happen with time.
I've learned a lot about my parents and how I parent and things like that.
Hard work pays off.
With as a father of 2 kids, I guess patience. Patience is a virtue.
To not shy away from confrontation and to talk to people about what you're feeling when you're feeling it so that you can resolve it.
The process of purchasing a home is very useful information to know. I understood the assignment.